Many thanks for staying with us on TVC News. It's election day here in Nigeria, and our Decision 2023 studios is continuing with our live coverage of the presidential and National Assembly elections, which is ongoing across the country. It's good to have you join us. First off now, before we continue with the analysis here in the studio, let's go straight away to our Abimbola Agbebiyi, who is standing by for us somewhere within the Agege area of Lagos. Abimbola, how are you doing? Let's have a quick assessment of what you see around you in terms of the ongoing voting.
Yes, Kemi. Actually at Egbeda polling units 002 Ward C in Egbeda area of Alimosho local government area. Now, let me tell you that voting is still on the way at in Alimosho and Egbeda local government areas. Alimosho and Agege local government areas. So the places are covered today. But let me not forget to tell you that election activities actually kicked off quite late at these two local government areas I have been to earlier today, and then of course what we saw at about 8 a.m., 9 a.m. and about 10 a.m. this morning showed that election materials got to the various polling units quite late, and from our findings what we discovered that the INEC officials are actually putting the blame on lack of vehicles that will take them to the various polling units where the election materials will be distributed. But as I speak, voting is still underway at these two local government areas. Like I told you earlier, I'm presently at a polling unit in Egbeda local government area, polling unit 002 in Ward C. And as you can see right behind me, voting is ongoing in this particular polling unit. I mean, voters are still on the queue trying to perform their civic duties. But one thing I need to add that I saw earlier today is that the fact that we saw quite a number of people out on the streets and in front of their homes just watching, not doing anything, and that's not quite impressive, because at about 2-3 hours earlier today, I can tell you that it was not looking like election will hold in these areas. And I just stated to you earlier, just now, that the reason is, of course, blamed on the fact that election materials arrived late at various polling units. Earlier, we had the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, who, of course, cast his vote at polling unit 019 in Ward D in Agege local government area. And he actually, of course, reacted to the issue of election materials arriving late at the polling units earlier today, though he said it is too early in the day to start appraising the performance of the INEC. But he said we can still watch and see how things would turn out. Of course, he expressed optimism about the outcome of the polls, and he, of course, said he hopes that more people will still come out and vote. So far, from what I've seen, some people are eager to exercise, their civic duties, while some just appear nonchalant from what we have seen earlier today. Of course, you can't rule out the fact that during election day, you will get to see some youth out on the street playing football, acting like they are less concerned about what is going on. Of course, we had shots of that earlier today. Some people out, in front of their houses, selling their stuff, just going about their normal businesses. But we have quite a few who have remained determined. And despite the fact that INEC ad hoc officials arrived late at the various polling units, we saw a few voters who remained determined, who refused to be deterred, despite all that happened earlier today, and they actually stayed, and ensured that they exercise, their civic responsibility. Also, I had an opportunity to talk to some persons who actually registered at a particular location, but discovered that their polling unit is somewhere far away from where they were. Of course, persons like that probably should have ensured that they spent the night at the location where they would be casting their votes.